Welcome to Knieskoppsheim. I've got to say it every time before I've got all the rhymes. I'm just not going to get it right. So, right, we've got liming to do, and we have got. Yeah, no, we've got a lime mat, and yeah, because of my silliness, obviously this has not grown. Yeah, I've literally cut it back, and I should have actually cut the grass originally. I feel such a wally. Yeah, it is. This is lime too. So then, let's get our contraptions in order. Now they're both exactly the same heaviness, so there is no preferential treatment on. Yeah, we can stick the front loader on both of them as well. So, with that in mind, let's stick this weight back, but hopefully not in the bar. Leave it in the good place, or we can actually. It's a good place under there, but only if we can get to it. Yeah. Is that where you'd put some bales? Is that a bit of a... Yeah, I wasn't terribly impressed with that. I've always wanted to have a go with it, but it seemed to cause far more trouble than a traditional way and dragged me sort of. The wheels weren't... Yeah, I hate having a go at anything. I do, but when you look forward to having a go on something, you think, oh, that could be a really good idea. But then in its delivery, it's less than what you're expecting. And then I don't really like slating things. But we'd scan the fields, including our new one. So let's get this on. We need the samurai for additional storage. Yeah, especially with this, and we're still going to go through it. I'm going to time-lapse this because there's going to be a lot of repetitions. I was going to just literally, but I think we're just going to do it manually, with it's being small fields. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of changes. I've been on Agres balconies, and the changes on the fields was since the last update was so awful that I've pulled out. I've pulled out of Agres, which is a shame because it is a beautiful map. But yeah, one too many times. We had massive problems, and I thought, I'm going to call it. We're going to go to the valley of the farm. Yeah, I just can't cope with the. I've done it so many times and put. I know. Well, I'm not going to say wasted because it's not a waste. It's a beautiful map. Now then, do I not need to go and fetch the lime? Or no, I think it's on the trailer through the gate, if I remember rightly. So we may as well go up that end and do the fields up the top. And because it's not even in first growth stage, that's why I wanted not to speed time up. We can do it now, is what I'm thinking. Start your engine as well, because we're going to need you in a few minutes. That I do know. Yeah, we did. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the production shed is what we're going to do, isn't it? Yeah, it was a cracking session. That's a very I do believe you're going to want. Yeah, I am actually. This is true. Slight mistake there. Oh, we have. We do. This is true. We're going to confuse this as well. Let's go and stick the fertilizer, which we have now done, back into the. While we're this close and we realise the error of our ways. It's nice to have such a heavy tractor. This can cope with the... Mind you, it's not as heavy at the back, this isn't. Mind you, no, that is it. When that goes, usually the Samurai becomes ultra heavy on almost every Let's Play, and obviously most tractors can't cope with that because they've got to be sort of around the 8 tons. I've worked out roughly as well, and it does vary by model to model. But yeah, it is roughly 8 tons, and then we are okay. The case, the 7250, one of my favourites. It's about the first tractor that can do it. I can't remember how heavy that is at the minute, but yeah, that manages nicely. Our manure pit is working, and I notice, maybe not quite. Yeah, it's the stones thing that's a little bit bad. I'm not sure you can colour it. It's the border stone set. I looked. Because it's been needed ticking on other Let's Plays as I've gone in. Yeah, so we've pulled out of Agres balconies. We'll be on the Valley of the Farm, which is a shame. I was going to do it to the end of the year, so I thought, well, if you're going to call it now, remember you need to stop this about 97%-ish. It's very exact, I know, but... Right, that'll do. We don't want to be bursting any bags today, as I usually do. Right, so then this is not as much as I'm used to having. I'd love it if I could just cut a couple of these trees down. I hate going through tree bits like this. This is the best bit though, that bit there. So yeah, if you go through the other bit that I have been going, it is worse. Right, I'm not sure if we'll do this in one. I doubt it. Right, are we on auto? We are indeed. Yeah, and Ohio Richlands is, we are trying to figure out which mod that is now no longer working that was working the previous session. It's a bit of a strange one, it really is. I was working fine last session and I've not ticked any more mods, and I go in this session and it gets stuck at 85%. So it's usually script based mods, as it has been in the past. So that will, oh, it's skittering. Yeah, even as heavy as it is skittering. Yeah, so I don't know what that is, why I could go on last time and now I can't. And yeah, it's strange. I think I'd gone on and realised this before, because I'd unticked follow me, which is, I thought, why have I unticked follow me? I couldn't remember that I'd done it, but I went on last time, so that was unticked, and it obviously was causing issues for some reason, which is rather annoying. But yet now I can't get on at all, and that I've not ticked anything more since the last time I went on to Ohio Richland, so it's a bit of a strange one. But it's not affecting this, it's not affecting, yeah, I don't understand it, because it is down to Ohio Richlands. I've got, I will check. Trouble is, you make sweeping statements. I know which mods it's likely to be, like, yeah, enhanced fill type and stuff, which you wouldn't think that would actually do things, but it always seems to recur that that's in there. The worst one was the challenge mode, but that's gone now. Yeah, I never used it, and I thought, well, why are we really worried about a mod that we've never used? I most of the time set my own challenges, so I'm thinking, yeah, why worry? Just remove it. You've never used it, so you don't even know what you're missing. It looks good, but yeah, nevertheless. Right. So that's one of our 3 fields, and then none of them are big. So yeah, can't wait till we've got the grass going on here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that when that actually pops, so we can start to put some in the. I think we are supposed to go around the edges of our fields as well. Oh, do we do that? No, we're going to wait for the grass. We're going to do a biggie, I think, because we've got, I think, enough TMR to tide us over for. Yeah, a couple of days, couple of months. Let's get it right. So yes, let's get the furthest one done first, because this is going to be the easiest to get to. Yeah, we've done a lot of work yesterday. Yeah, trees have been removed that were. Well, if we're going to be cutting the grass on the edge of our fields, I was going to make it easy. So these are the only ones that, for some reason, don't like being removed. In fact, the green is back since yesterday, so that's. I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah. Right, let's get this done. Yeah, I'm not going to go into another time. Oh, are we on auto? Yes, we are on auto. It's not nice. That is strange. Loamy sand is not very nice to lime, is it? That's a bit awful. You usually get a lovely green. And this is based upon the soil. It's nothing to do with the crop. Something that finally the penny dropped a few sessions ago with precision farming. Yeah, it's weird. I knew it, but it didn't. The penny hadn't dropped, and then one day you got that eureka moment where I thought, oh yeah, it don't matter. The lime's based upon the soil type. Doesn't care what the crop is. Whereas nitrogen does indeed very much care what the crop is. Well, no, we may as well. Yeah. That's it. As low as you can, but without scraping along the floor. That should be the way to go. And we will go along the back like that. Oh, it's skittering though. Yeah, that's because normally I have the pass-through weight at the back, and I haven't. Yeah, I've left it off. And it shows the difference to when you do something that's, yeah, a good idea. Because it will look a little bit, yeah, it is. As soon as it hits a bump, its back wheels are coming off the ground. So yeah, it shows when you have done something that's a good idea, that pass-through weight can make all of the difference. Now then, that car will have been sprayed by white. I think we're not going to do it, I don't think. I think we'll run out quite close to the end, is my prediction. And I'm probably going to be totally wrong, but now I've gone out on a limb and said that. Because you usually are. Oh, so we have got this patch. Is a nice patch. This likes lime. No, I think your prediction still stands. I think you were right. Although, oh, maybe not. Ooh. Well, on the dot. On the dot. Well, no, technically I was right. I ran out, but yeah, I wasn't. I was not planning on it being quite that. Yeah, we're going to finish it though. For jobs worth doing, it is worth doing well. Is what I was always taught, and I think I concur with that wholeheartedly. But I don't really think we need to. I think we just need to stick it in the back. No. No, I think I'd sooner have it in the front, because then I can just stick it into the silo rather than have a little mini bag, because the little mini bags always throw me, really. Yeah, I don't think we'll need any more than that at all. I really don't. It was a splash, but yeah, I'm determined we're going to do it properly. Yeah, no half measures. And then I think we've done. Did we do all of the straw? Did we need to do some? Ah, I see some straw. I do. Right, so let's quickly go. Oh, yeah, we'll grab the straw. We'll get all that straw in. We can see it's working, but I'm not sure whether it'll last till tomorrow morning. Let's zoom in a little for that little splash. I'm quite sure I can manage to have a. Yeah. Right. Let's finish this job. Yeah, it's weird. It's not very nice. Fantastic. As simple as that. I do love our farmyard. It is a thing of beauty. It really is. There's a lot of shed space. That monster shed in front of us is humongous. It is. And this is a beaut. Yeah, should use this first, because this is the quick in and out job, isn't it, really? Right, do we need... Oh, there's a lot of snatching of the shed, though. I'm going to have to choose my angles right. Oh, I'm not a massive fan of that, where sheds do that. Not used to that. Right, let's stick that... no, let's be thorough. We don't want that stuck in there. We want it in the silo, so that it's ready for action. That's what you want, a farmyard where you've done your little jobs that you can, yeah, then do we need... No, we're going to grab the... No, does it accept lime? It should if it does fertiliser. Most things, if they accept fertiliser, will accept lime. I think it must be multi-fruit, but then some things have been adapted so that they have a few additional things and they're still not multi-fruit, so we shall see. Oh, well, at least it righted the fertiliser. My bad, though. Yeah, I like to go inside the shed, but I've got to do it from outside looking in now, which is harder, I always find, to gauge how close you are to the back wall. But hey-ho, we'll work with the way that this works. I like my change to the... Yeah, I'm glad we've got rid of the Welgers. And again, I have put up with them for entire Let's Plays. I've got used to them to a degree, but it was just... I thought that is a cracking deal, and you're going to be paying. If you let that go now... Why have I got 27 litres of fertiliser? Oh, and we hit it. Of course, it does that transference jobby. Right, while that's doing that, let's have a look and see. It always throws me out when I get out of the tray. It always throws you the completely different way that you think. So 30 tonnes and straw 9. We've got 2 5s. So we're going to have plenty of practice at reversing in this, are we not? So we're not. Well, I suppose we could go forward sometimes, but I think I'm right. You practice the things that aren't your strength, and that is definitely not. I'm getting better at my reversing, I've got to be honest. Although windrowers are my bane. They go so quickly. Yeah, you 1 minute they like, and then you've really got to concentrate, and they can flip so quickly. I mean, these steering trailers I've difficulty with as well. Those, because they're a law unto themselves. They're fantastic, but you'd sort of, right. Let's put that in. And I think that should pretty much. In fact, I'm not sure we'll get all that in. I think we will. I think it was, but we shall see. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. I think I'm right as well. I'm sure that is the milk with it being white. I'm sure that's going to be right. Pass-through weight is over there. I think actually it would be wise for us to leave this inside the door now. Fantastic. Can we poke our nose in just to have a look though? 19 out of 21 tonnes, 30 out of 50 tonnes, 20 out of 140 animals. So it's a fair old shed, really. Yeah, it's going to serve us well. Let's grab that pass-through weight, because you can pretty much keep that on nearly all the time. No, we don't really need the window just yet. Yeah, the TPS, it has got ramps, and yet the version that I've got, I updated it the other day, and I still have not got the ramps that it shows, so I'm not sure why I haven't. Yeah, unless it, I don't know whether do you have, no, you don't, you just literally, it does any updates straight away, so I suppose what we could do, is actually grab that little bit of fertilizer and stick it in there, and hope that I remember that I've actually stuck it in there. I do like the pallets and the big bags, if I'm honest. Right, smashing. Let's stick that in. Oh, now that is a point. Do we not have to lime our new field? Are we forgetting that? Seemingly so. We were forgetting that. This is definitely true. So we need to be dropping that back weight. Yeah, I think that tank's a special one. I think it's got 2 or 3 things in it. Looking at it, because if I looked in editing, I didn't notice obviously when I'm chatting to yourselves, I'm more noticing speaking to yourselves, but yeah, in editing I looked and I thought, hang on a minute, it says it's got diesel, herbicide and liquid fertilizer, so this is rather a special tank. I quite like this. This is something I shall have to look into myself. I like that, where you've got all your liquids in one place. It is quite amazing. Right, lime. Yeah, let's finish this job. Do we? Come on, let's get, let's. No, it will spill out there. You need to stop it. Oh, maybe we don't. Maybe there's... it's going to be close. Very close. Nope, it's going to be a bit left. Right, we'll grab that, stick that in on the way, and then we'll grab the lime afresh. It's going to work out quite well. And then next time we're passing, we should do the same again and get the rest of the TMA. See, that's more stable, that's full. Now then, yeah, this is why I like to be inside the shed. So I always find it difficult like that. Right, TMR. Yeah, so all my normal Let's Plays I have tried this morning to be good. Avon Valley I was leaving till last anyway, because it's gone big, and I've got a couple of... we need to push that a little, aren't we? Well, we could drop those, and we could be clever and just reverse in with this on far enough in. We've got to be careful though, because yeah, I think we're a bit close to scraping this on the side, so we need to angle out a little bit and keep it steady, because it's not terribly wide. Yeah, and then if we go in far enough and select the front, I would say we'd get away with it now. Yep, it's not piling up on the floor, so I think you've done it right. Fantastic. Nope, let's get out first before we do that. Hitting the floor. Right, Fantastic. Now we need the pass-through weight and the spreader, I think, which I dropped from a great height again. Right, okay, let's get this sorted. Liming on this new... did we need to do a little bit of fertilising? No, I think maybe a little. Now then, 97%. Focus. And then it really is. I do like it when we're able to get through the first month to see what you've done, to see the impact you've had on the farm. It's yeah, I always like to see that when you're sort of stuck in the first month for a while. Toots, that was a little close to bursting the bag. Destined to knock this desk every single session. I clack the either the keyboard or the desk. Don't know what it is. I think it's a subconscious. No, I won't say it. I know it is a term, but I'm not going to. Yeah. Right, we need to select that. And this, now the one thing I am going to say, and I don't think so, this hasn't got adjustable width like most have. It is just on 20, I think it's 24. If you press, yeah, it is, it's 24 meters. It says on the, but then again it could be 24 just for liming. And it's supposed to be 28. But yeah, it's a little bit excessive, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it because it is what it is. And unlike normally where I go end to side, I can't really do that here. So it would bounce on the wall anyway and come back in. So in real life, it would not really be a terrible waste. I think we can do this in one. Yes, I'm hoping that the border stone, well, you can't delete them. I did try. Well, you will have seen me on camera try to do that. So yeah. Now then, let's reverse down that patch. Well, it took more line than I thought it would, if I'm honest. But yeah, I'm hoping. I've seen sticks and all sorts on Rhombos, when Orizu Forest was, I think, the worst. Yes, it feels quite funny. I've not had a time when I haven't had a JM Gaming map on the go. It seems quite funny not to, but yeah, there's only so much you can sort of put up with when and it was my choice. I'm not blaming JM Gaming either. I literally he's done a lot of map updates. He's a fantastic map maker for that. But yeah, I perhaps shouldn't have done that, but I did because I tried to show his work at its best, and it did sort of backfire. So right, let's stick that into there. So we're not going to need this again for a while, and we'll see if we can get some traction and also what our daily costs are. That's another thing, a factor that I always think is important. Now this is true, we were going to stick the production shed down. I remember. I want to stick it somewhere it's not. I think I was right actually. I think because that patch of grass there, as we come in, not on that side though, as I said, because if it's going to stop, it's a shame though, because it's probably about big enough. Let's have a bit of a wander. I always think it's very important placement because it's little. You could place it in the place of where something big could go that you could need later. So yeah, placement of something like this. I mean, it could actually, thinking about it, go where the it could actually, and that's not going to hurt at all. Let's grab that plough. I think I'm right. At the end of the Bunko silo, it's going to stick out slightly, but it's not going to be terrible. It is such a beautiful small mod. Let's stick that. That's no, not at the minute. Yeah, we do need to stick it away. That is true, but I just want to get out of the way at the minute. I want to place this because I said I was going to. I think it's important when you say things, unless, I mean, it's down to dodgy memory, which it usually is. Now then, that is a point. How are we going to do this? So this is the only production we can have until next March. Unless we do greenhouses. The greenhouses are a bit of a weird one. The class is a production, but really it's growing stuff, so it's sort of like production fields in a way, so that would allow, but nothing like the Lorts, cafes, BGAs, nothing at all for a year. We're going to be normal farmers, traditional farmers, not normal. There's nothing abnormal about being a production farmer. But yeah, ooh, what about a dairy? No, no, sell the milk like everyone else has got to do. That's what we're going to do. I know it's not as good, but that's what we're going to be doing for the first year. Yeah, stick to the guns. I'd like to just, yeah, slowly ease in rather than bang hit a BGA every single time, which has become a habit of mine. Now this here is super duper, and one this side. Yeah, I don't like my angle. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, the sheddy bit. No, we're going to mark. No, I don't think it marks the ground at all, but it might not let us paint. So let's landscape first. Let's do a little bit of painting, and I think we were going to go cobbles. A bit bigger. And yeah, it's not going to do the border stone though. That's the thing that I am. Right, that'll do nicely. Production. Yeah, I'm not. How far have you gone back? It's weird. Sometimes it actually sticks on where you were, and other times it cycles back as if you weren't on it. I don't understand why it does this. But it does. Yeah, sometimes it will literally remember where you were once, and you can go straight back in. Right, so we want the front bit like that. In fact, yeah, I think. Oh, that's weird. It overlapped with the tractor is what? Now then, yeah. No, it's not getting in the way, really. Oh, is it going to reduce? We really don't want to be reducing traffic that way. Yeah, I'd sooner do it into the silo than anything. So we've placed it. We will start to use it a little bit more going forwards, but we've done all of our liming. We've managed with what we had for this time. Right now then, let's grab that and stick it away, and also I think get the plough. I could not think of its term. Yeah, get the plough on the front, and we'll stick that away as well. Oh, that's, yeah, depth perception. It's too far away still, but not quite close enough, even though it looked like it from that angle. Right. Yeah, I don't think it would have let me get much closer to the silo. I could put a tree behind it. It looks a little bit odd with a space behind it. I don't normally do things like that, but I actually think, oh, yeah, we're going to need to really... And, oh, it's not letting me tilt the bucket. Oh, it's still not... I hate this when it does that. Yeah, you lose the tilt function. I think it's because something at the back... Yeah. Oh no, it was fully tilted anyway. Let's see. Can I just grab that? Yes, just. Right, fantastic. Yes, I know it really does look very strange, but and yeah. Now then, we need to tilt that down slightly, and we need to grab that. I think I'm at the right one. I think it's gonna be stuck out a little because otherwise I'd hit the wall. Oh no, this is... yeah, I am right. I'm gonna have to get used to looking from the back. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, I think actually we may need the samurai again. We will, if we're grabbing that last bit of... Yeah, we're not... That's true. I don't mind about boxing things I'm not going to use very often. We're not going to be using the field scanner that often that it matters that it's boxed in for now. In fact, yeah, let's grab that on. It's always useful to have that for picking things up, at the very least. Yeah, and I do think I'm right. This ought to go on the class, because the class is definitely better than the fence. We saw that yesterday on yesterday's session. This can't quite go low enough. whereas the clasp is perfect. Yeah. Ooh, no collisions. But then let's not cash in on that. No, we want just to drop the fertilizer spreader. The pass-through weight is useful in so many situations, although if we're using the class as the... Oh, gonna have to get used to that. Now, yeah, this is a funny shed. It's got lots of bits we can go through the wall and that. I'm not used to it. It's a beautiful shed, though. It is. Well, sheds. You can tell it's from the same shed pack. They're nice. But yeah, it's weird. I keep bleeding through the walls, which I'm not used to doing with all the sheds. So then, are we going to do what I said? Are we going to go home? The trouble is, it really does extend the time. I think we'll use the sleep anywhere. I don't think it's... I know you could use it as a feature and you're darting up to the top and all the rest of it, but I think it's counterproductive to waste 5 minutes of every single session when it really is centering around our farm. We could presume that I'm darting off home at the end of the night and then presume that I'm coming back in the morning, like you could do without wasting everyone's time 27 times if you have 27 episodes. It just seems a little bit, and then charging across the map in the morning. I just think that actually that's a little bit unnecessary. I think it's counterproductive, really, if I'm honest. Right, let's sleep through till morning and we shall see what the morning brings. Hopefully some growth of grass, and we should see... oh, that's upon weeds. The Orion can have narrows. I don't think we have got a sprayer, have we, at present? I'm sure I didn't see anything on our... Oh, property maintenance is very reasonable. Not thousands like a Higher Richards, and we do indeed have a field of green. Fantastic. Let's go and see though. I can't recall seeing about weeds. Well, actually, it's easier if we use the proper tool for the job, is it not? If we go for that, I would say we're free of weeds. I like it. Well, yeah, rolling. I think they'll all need rolling, won't they? Oh, no, oats don't need rolling. Fantastic. Right, brilliant. So our oats are completely, as you can see, crop rotation perfect, nitrogen perfect. This is going to mean, though, we cannot do... now, this is the point. I could actually use that thing where I was... Yeah, I was going to see about the crop rotation. We were talking about grass, we could do this, and yeah, I've got to get better at this. I often just leave it till the next season, whereas really I'm missing a bit of a trick. We could stick grass, we could go oilseed radish, grass, and we will have done 2 crop rotations. By next year we should really technically be able to plant anything that we like again. But I'm not sure if it's classing the oilseed radish, so I know you lose in a month, but it's also fertilising, so it's a win-win really. I'm thinking we're going to try this on this very Let's Play, especially with it being... Oh, wow. Fantastic. That looks rather a lot of manure to me. 16 tonnes. We need this and the slurry for the production shed. It's one of those things that's the primary constituent, so... Now then, the class is around the corner, so we need to grab this. Oh, and our grass is looking nice, but I can still see those stones poking through. Not that it makes any difference, but I can't delete them, so that is a shame. So they actually stay. That's bizarre. Surely you should be able to demolish... Ah, hang on, some have gone. No, it was up to the shed. It was. Yeah, it won't. Even if you click demolish, it won't let you demolish. Well, it will. Watch it make me a liar, as these things frequently do. No, you can't. See, that's when I find personally that these type of things are a bit counterproductive in situations like that, when it then causes a bit of a mess. So as beautiful as it is, but hey ho, we've got to. Yeah, the grass will eventually. No, I don't mean in the game, but I mean in real life it will just grow over it and we'd just chop it. So we're going to wait till 3rd growth stage though. We are going to go and check our animals. I know, that is true. Let's go grab the class. because I'd like to get that cleaned up. Now this also can be stuck into the production shed to make lime. We do need to get, I think that was it. I don't, did I buy the water thing? That's what I made mention. Oh, we didn't check the, yeah, I'd love the terrain. It's beautiful. I think, is that the big one? Yeah, that's the one we had on Riverside. It's a beaut, and boy, is that a good price as well for such a fantastic bit of kit. Amazing. No, no, yeah, I've got sugar cane. Well, hopefully I've got sugar cane on Ohio Richlands if we can actually get to it. Right, did I buy the water tanker? I think it should be a miscellaneous. I don't think I did. No, it's in animals. No, we didn't. Or it's in miscellaneous. Have we got a miscellaneous section at the minute? Yeah, we have, and we have not bought that. So then, that is something we need. I think, I can't remember. I think it's in animals, the Matana one. I'm sure it is. The yeah, I'm going to buying the non. Yeah, they're not. I mean, that's nearly as good. That one there, 15,300, which I can't remember if that's Missy B or a Matana. Then the real one that I like is this one, but I want the normal. Yeah, I don't want the 200,000 litre one. I would like the 20,000 litre, and we will keep it as the TARDIS because I love Doctor Who. So yeah, so we bought that. We've already bought a lot of the stuff over at the store. We'll stick this in to this because this is part of the lime constituent. Now the water isn't that far away, so I'm wondering if we can actually, yeah, it just seems silly that we're just going through the gate and just slightly to the left. I always say this though, it's efficiency, it really is. It's the time that it takes over and over again to actually do something. I agree, in theory it sounds such a good thing, but if, oh wow, there's a few mods in here that yeah, just sort of ticked. Right, we're gonna. Oh no, we can get away with it. No, yeah, but I would like it in V mode. I would like it set back a bit. We should easily be able to get that. Fantastic. Right, let's stick this away as well. We don't want to get into bad habits. I'm a terror for leaving stuff, as anybody who's watched any of my Let's Plays will testify. So let's get into good habits and stick this little lot. Now this again, like that, isn't going to be used very often, so I don't mind if I box this at the back and have to move a couple of things. I'm not a massive fan of that, but yeah, with oh no, forwards. Yeah, where you're not going to use it a lot. I'm not got a mess now. Be careful. I don't want to be bleeding through the wall. In fact, let's grab that fertilizer spreader out because I'm not a massive fan of that. Right. Fantastic. Right, let's go grab the class because it's going to do the shifting. We can check animals though on our way past. So we're down to 91,000. I know this is the trouble. It's all spend at the beginning of a Let's Play, and that's why I know 100 grand. I always class it as it's emergency money. Truthfully, right? How much did we go down by? Not a lot. Straw, about 9 tons. Slurry up to 20 tons. Health 100%. Fantastic. So we can cope with that amount of food, but we will get that last little bit in. Yeah, we can go another night before it actually affects things, is what I mean. Right, so then let's grab the class. Have we? Yeah, we need to unstrap things, but not until we've come through the gate. I love this. This trailer is amazing. It really is. Even though the very first time I used it, I was less than pleased with it. I was on the old stream farm actually, and yeah, it was I think it was not long dropped the TPS. Actually, that is not a bad place there. So you've not lost your profile. Yeah, you've not really lost any turning space or anything. Right, let's unstrap. Yeah, and I put a bail on, and of course it immediately collapsed because I put it too close to the front. Because it comes to a V, it's weak on the weight side at the front. You're best to put it. It is on the back as well. I immediately picked the bale up, I think, and stuck it to the back, and it did the same again. You need to put your first bales over the wheels, which is in the middle, which is alien to almost every other kind of trailer. So it was, yeah, rather. There were a few choice words, shall we say. I didn't swear, but yeah, it was as close as I get to swearing. I'm not a massive swearer. My grandma was a school teacher. I just find there's no real need to swear truthfully. And I know it is a habit as well. I know many people, oh, seriously, why did you? Are we even going to be able to get that? I don't think we are. And it's going to push through the wall. Apologies for that, but sometimes it works. Sometimes you get like a little. Yeah, it has. I think the forks got stuck in the floor. I know it's a bit brutal, but sometimes you've got to sort of do things like that to make things work, unfortunately. In the Farm Simulator universe, that is. Right, okay then, so what was the plan was, well, we may as well actually just, yeah, because this is beautiful in so much as it can go right to the floor, and we can go straight under that and just take that little remnant as is, although, yeah, sometimes it doesn't want to, it's playing ball today. Yeah, if you move this up and down, your forks should go into the thing. I was doing this yesterday at the store and it was not playing ball at all. I put it down on the floor and tried to run my the pallet fork further in, and it was not having any of it. So I thought, oh, you've got to do what you got to do. Just crack on as you are. And I did. Right, so this should just basically unload itself if I'm at a right height as we go to the right place. Yay! Fantastic. So that is all the food that we've got for our animals. Straw should last till tomorrow. I thought, no, we did. We put all of the straw in. We have 20 odd tons. So we will go through till tomorrow, which is second growth stage for our grass, and it's April. Yeah, we did check the sales, we just looked, and there was nothing, well, there is lots of things in there, but not anything we can afford. Yeah, we've got to really nurture our money, unless it's a almost giveaway, then shut those for a minute. So, oh no, it's one at a time though, isn't it? You have to be on the end of the gate. Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave them open if I'm honest. I know it probably will annoy a few people, but yeah, with having to open the two and it being a little bit... do you have to open one at a time then? No. Fantastic. Right, okay then, so... sleepy times, I think. We're going to sleep through till morning, and it should be grass cutting time. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make good use of follow me. We'll cut the grass. Right, let's get this ready. And yeah, it doesn't really matter. They're both pretty much of a muchness. Now, where is the... I believe the mower, front mower, is in there. Yeah, we'll cut and we'll windrow, and then we'll go over with the... well, do we do this as is it intended? No, it's a small... No, I really don't think that's a... I think that's in a windrow, and then have a wider cut, even though it means two passes, even with like a worker following with a windrower, and then we're going to need to grab that with the loading wagon. We need to do it. We need to get as much as possible. So that is what we're going to be doing. Grabbing the... yeah, the grass next month. So let's get that ready. Oh yeah, I can see actually that's not been placed very nicely. I didn't think about that, did I? About the way that I needed to approach this. Right, so six odd metre, not terrible. Yeah, I'd have That's ready for the morning. Let's unfold that ready. It's not going to hurt. And that's, yeah, it's all poised for action. We're actually in go mode, definitely. Right. So then, let's sleep through. Oh, we're not going to do the manure in that? I think that's a good idea. Yeah. What are we doing with it? We don't need to go mad. Yeah, it's true. The one thing I am going to say is we don't want to be. Yeah, I want to do this for ourselves. The fertilizer. I don't want us to have on hand 1,000,000 tons. So yeah, I was saying about this. Yeah, the stones I know are up at the shop. Yeah, I think I'd 70 odd tons on bulk cancer, and that farm is tiny. Even if we did every single field on the map, we'd still have well too much. Yeah, actually, yeah, no, I don't, let's not do that. Let's get rid of that. Let's wait for a minute. Because it is getting in the way, even though technically the hitch is below it, there's a bit of weirdness going on, as it usually does when you do that. Yeah, and let's observe all safety protocols. Right, so then, yeah, it is true. It's a ton. It's sort of 2 tons. If we do it with slurry and manure, it's 2 tons will make 2 tons of fertilizer. So, but we're going to. Yeah, let's have a look. Let me show you. Yeah, for those who are unfamiliar with this, absolutely fantastic production. Let me show you its recipes. So we can make solid fertilizer from manure and slurry. That's the one we're going to be using, which, as you see, 1,000 and 1,000 equals 2,000. So 2 tons from the 2 single tons on that. We can also create manure, although we shouldn't have a problem with that on this. Lime equally is, yeah, 500 plus 1,000. That's where we need the water. And obviously we can also make some seeds, which I don't think is a bad idea. 1,000 produces 1,000. We just lose a bit of manure. So, and herbicide likewise. We've got the road salt for that. Would make, I think it's 5 tons you make from the. No, it's more than that. Yeah, I think we bought quite a lot. So yes, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to switch on that. That's all we've got over here at the minute, so let's go grab some manure. Yeah, we don't need too much. So if we're going to do, say, 5 tons for this process. Whoa, that has got a nice fill rate. Now we need to go across to the shop, grab the liquid tanker, which will do what we want it to do, and we'll pop and do that. And we'll also take, well, I know there's a telehandler down at the store now, so I'm not really worried. We'll just take this tractor, being as this is the tractor that we've got at the minute, and we shall set this going. No, we haven't got any sign as of yet that we're anywhere near it. That's better. Right, let's drop that trailer there for now. Yeah, let's go and grab our weight. We can always stick it on the front, can't we, actually thinking about it. If we need to do trailers, that's what I mean. Now, are we taking the TPS? Which means we've got to unload the TPS. Now then, weight. Well, I did stick the weight. It was around here. I know it was. I know my memory's bad, but it's not that bad. Right. Oh, I thought you were doing it on the front. I thought you just said on the front. I did, but yeah, we're going to need to grab some stuff off the trailer. My subconscious was aware where my conscious wasn't. This is true now. Yeah, no, this is yeah, we need to do a bit of a crafty trick for this. You can sort of get Yeah, most of them are doing that. Do we stick... no, I don't really want to do that. I'm going to stick these... Yeah, I'm going to leave them out. They're in waterproof bags. I'm going to stick them near here. This is the central part of our farm, and it needs to be roughly not in the way, but in a place where we can actually grab it quite easily. Fantastic feature that I love using them in this position for a lot of things, as you'll have seen at the shop. Especially this, I don't need to really employ this trick that much with this, but I do for bags because it's the best way to grab them. Right, now then, let's grab the windjar off because it is fairly light. Now then, remember where you're gonna... yeah, let's leave it in a position that we can get to it. Brilliant. Oh, a bit of a weird tumble there, but let's grab this off and we'll take the TPS. Our loading trailer, such a fantastic trailer, and even better now that you can put ramps on it. I just don't know why mine hasn't got the ramps. Yeah, I've seen the video on YouTube. Well, on the mod hub, which has got, I think it's a link to one on YouTube, but it shows a video of them being like put out, and you can put a vehicle on it, so which is fantastic because I've always thought the TPS, I forget the modder's name. I'd looked. I don't think the modder that's done the TPS has done many, but it's still a fantastic mod, even whether it's his only one or her. I think it's a him actually. I seem to recall, but I just can't quite remember. Right, I do believe we're going to need to put that on the front and lift those slightly, or it's going to get in the way. And then we're going to go to the store. We're going to grab all of our bits and bobs. But I think we're going to need the other way as well. So let's grab that. And I think nearly 2 ton weight is better than just a 1 ton in this. Yeah, we've got some fairly hefty things to lift at the store. It's collisions. Wow, quite bad collisions. It could have been me. Could have been me. I'll take the blame. Not blaming the modder. No, I'm not at all. The amount of enjoyment we all get from the fruits of their hard work. Yeah, it's so easy to be flippant, and I do it. I'm as bad as everybody else for flippant comments that are not. I'm not trying to disrespect them either, because I am a big, massive fan. Oh, I think we need... I'm not sure. The tanker... maybe we could have perhaps done with 2. We shall see. There's probably some of this stuff that we don't really need that we can make do without, so... And I do think I'm right with this sneaky shortcut. It's... now the best way, I think, is here. There's not much trees here. It's the best of the lot. Sugar beet. I do love the look of sugar beet as it's growing. It's so symmetrical. I mean, I know they all are to a degree, but there's something special about the sugar beets. I am right, aren't I? It is sugar beet. Please tell me I'm not going mad. It is sugar beets. Just amazing. These are sunflowers. Indeed. Right, and now we're going past our oat field. Got to be careful because this headland is... I mean, I know I can't damage the crop, but that's not the point. Oh, I'm going to damage ours, but I can't damage theirs. I knew that tree would get in the way a little bit for that. Yeah, I'm not sure this is a good idea when crops are in the ground. Maybe in the back end when there's nothing in the ground, but I think it's so easy to clip a field. Oh, as well as there's a bit of a bank there. Yeah, I think we'll stick to the road while there's crop in the fields. Let's indicate and do this job properly. Yes, I feel a little bit like a wandering salesman at the minute because we're not where we should be. Well, there is no right and wrong. I've said that before about Let's Plays. Yeah, there's no real finish. You can finish after 7 sessions. The ones that I used to call my let's think about this carefully. Let's use our brain to make this as easy as possible. Yeah, it is true. There isn't you can't finish here. You can do 7 sessions on. I've done that on lots of maps where I'm showing off the maps. Now then, that'll be that. Now then, this is going to be confusing. This is why I'm not a massive fan of doing this, but I think I'd like to use ours, even though I know we have got one down here. It's practice. And I'm not going to go into a time lapse for this little bit. It was different when there was an absolute ton of stuff to do, but not so much now. Now then, yeah, we're going to do this properly. Well, we're not with the big bags because we can't. I think they're going to be heavy, but it depends on how the game treats them. Now then, let's get this right. Yeah, these stones were very, very reasonable. I mean, very, very reasonable. Now we should get all 4. Because it literally, if you imagine you shooting your things in the way that's, it goes always upward from these because they are that kind of thing, then that's the way to think of it. It's, oh, now what were you saying about loading in the middle where the wheels are? You need another vehicle if you're going to do it any other way. You should know this. I know I'm chatting. It does tend to, yeah, throw you a bit of a curveball. Right. Oh, actually, yeah. Do you know, we're trying to be speedy, so it's not a bad thing to do it like this. Really. It's ooh. Haha. Okay. I knew there was something heavy. Yeah, we need to. Oh, this is the road, so isn't it? This is heavy. Oh, wow. No, no, we need to do this properly. Yeah, because it's going to be a lower centre of gravity. I think I'm right in saying that. Yeah, we should be all right with the silage additive, but that's better. Then tilt it towards me. If not, we've got a telehandler close by. I don't think we're going to manage. I think we're poised for a disaster, I think. And I just don't see the point in struggling. That is, of course, why we did get the telehandler down here. And I would imagine the JCB at 8.7 tonnes is more than capable of managing that. Although you say that, I think you'll find that this is going to be not pretty either. I think this is going to be... Yeah, actually, that's the point. We're a 10-tonner. Although this has also got the added advantage of a low centre of gravity. So it's not quite as cut and dry as it appears. The... Oh... Yeah, trust me, that's going to work. Well, yeah, but let's strap it. Yeah, because that is soon going to level once we get that salt on there. Ooh, you were saying, you were saying. Now I think we may, if we tilt that like that, the gravity is going to push the weight closer towards, as it has done. Yeah, yeah, the JCB was just as bad. So then if we level, it'll drop us down, but it'll actually drop straight onto the... Wow. I do love the thinking through these type of problems that you get on Farming Simulator. It is, not always, I might add. Not always. Yeah, not continually. It's nice to have a rest from it sometimes. Right, now then, were we coming up here for anything else other than to grab... I think it was... I think that is everything. It was the water, I think, mainly, wasn't it? I'm trying to think. I'm not sure it's going to like if I do this long ways. It might not. Oh, and also... It might be that Yeah, it grabs the other one because I think there's no end. I think the straps are a bit like infinity type thing. We shall see. If it is and I'm right, then this is also going to grab the other trailer in front. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I didn't think it would like that. Now then, if we do this... Yeah, like we did before, where it's leaning over the right-hand side of the causeway, I think it'll be okay with this sideways. It's not heavy, not in itself. Yeah, it's more, it's got space in the middle for water, so it's, yeah, the walls are not terribly thick. Let's have a look. We shall see if it gets any faster. Yeah, we had enough booking Broncos yesterday with the stuff at the shop. Yeah, it didn't actually show that much in the video. It was sort of, you could see it vibrating very quickly, but in real, obviously, when it wasn't ×3, it really was quite awful. You could see it was about to like catapult across the map. Now then, I don't think we've done that very well. Oh no, I want this one here. We need to be a little bit closer to the left hand side so it's no wider than us. Yeah, because I don't mind it leaning over to the right, because that's, yeah, we're right hand drive, so it's not going to... Yeah, I know if we saw the police this would be bad. Yeah, I do admit to that. So we're going to be as quick as possible. We'll try not to knock any signs or trees down as well. We shall observe, give priority to any other driver that is coming towards us. And we shall even indicate to. Oh, that's a point, yeah. Oh, weren't we coming for some food for the animal? No, we were going to go through this month, I think. Although we should check the food. No, we did already. I think I'm getting confused with myself. Yeah, we're going through till next month, aren't we? This is the first month. Yeah, April to May. I think we did, yeah, we did look in the sales as well. Oh, that was a bit too close. Really. Oh, indicator. Oh, please don't make me switch the traffic off twice in a couple of days, because truthfully you really shouldn't be stopping. You are a menace. There's no reason for you to stop at all. I'm not even in the... no further than the tractor. There's one thing I swear has got worse since the beginning of the game, and that's the traffic. I really do. The day that I heard the honking back, I've not heard that again though. Yeah, I hate that with an absolute passion. The honking that you get, because you already are under stress, and I know in real life you would always get some moron who, yeah, can't read the situation, that you're struggling as a farmer, you're hitting a gatepost, and then still insists on honking when you're quite aware that there's a problem and you're trying to fix it. Will you not add any more pressure, Mr. Honker, on your horn? Yeah, it's true, it is. I mean, we've all got stuck behind a tractor. Well, some tractor drivers are really good at pulling over and some are terrible. That I will say. Right, let's... no, I want the back. Yeah, and some tractors will ignore the fact that you've got a like 3-mile tailback, and they'll just like, and I know the police, if they saw them, would tell them off, because I've seen it happen. Yeah, I've been in a car actually of someone who was an old driver. Right, anyway, let's have a look at the production as well, because that should actually be... well, we've not done the slurry. It won't be doing anything. That's what we're wanting. Let's do that now. Let's grab the slurry. Here's the point actually, where is the... I don't think we've not done that yet, have we? I've not seen a pit. Oh. Oh. I've attached it to my hitch, not the hitch of the weight. My bad. Right. So we know where the manure is because we fitted it. I'm sure I've seen it. I think I'm just, yeah. It takes a few times, doesn't it, on any new farm to actually get used to where everything is on the farm. But I'm not sure I am. I'm sure there was a mark there, wasn't there? No, I don't know that there was. I'm thinking of the milk one. Or is it milk? Yeah, I mean, that is the point. I think it is, personally. We surely haven't got any milk, so it can't be that. I don't think we've got milk yet, because these aren't... No, it's not. So it's got to be slurry then. No, because it's not filling. It's got the milk churn next to it. That's what I thought. So where do we get that? Right, okay. Let's not faff around. It's always got to remember you're on camera, and it's time can just snowball, and everyone can yeah. So if this, I think that's milk, because it says start filling and I'm pressing the fill and nothing's happening, so that is just telling me that there is a fill point there. And we know there's one in the middle, but surely that's not the slurry. Aha. Ah, bucket that's covering the slurry thing, right? Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, I'll remember once I've done it a couple of times. That's all it takes. Yeah. Fantastic. Let's switch that back off. Now, but yeah, I don't think I'm liable to forget that again. Fantastic. Oh, that's a bit much. We don't want that much though, because yeah, we don't want 20 tons. Although this does a few things, so we're not doing anything with it at the minute anyway, so it's not a bad thing. Yeah, in time, of course, we will be sticking this. I think we're going to need to find a liquid storage, because otherwise we may well find that we're actually, or we go for, or I keep talking about organic, doing an organic farm. We could, if we get a sprayer and we can afford one and it's reasonable. I mean, there are some small ones as well, and this is a small farm, so yeah, there's I'm sure it's the Meprazet, and there's actually a few other ones called Quivogni or something like that let me show you. Yeah, right, that should now have gone blue on our production to say that it's good. Yeah, no, it'll only go to the limit of the manure, which is like about 5 tons, or yeah, so we'll have 10 tons of solid fertilizer when that is finished. Yeah, we don't need to worry about lime at the minute, so yeah, I think we'll go through till next month. Do we need... No, we don't need the water, not yet. In fact, yeah, I don't know why I did that. That's the herbicide, I think. Oh no, the lime as well, actually, thinking about it. Right, okay then, do we... Yeah, what is the... no, it's 4 million tonnes of manure in the manure pit, so I don't think we have got to worry about that just at this precise moment. No, I think we're good to go on that for a while. Now we're going to sleep through till tomorrow morning. I think we'll do the... yeah, because this it's still been quite a long session. We may well do that as another session, I think. Yeah, the cutting of the grass and the following and that. But I think we're just going to get to May morning. And I think we can do it on... Again, because the animals aren't going to grow or anything overnight. I think we'll just do it. We need to find this out anyway, truthfully. 8 o'clock again. We have done everything, have we not? I believe we have. We must put the silage additive, and maybe we need to... I'm not sure if it's got the silage additive tank in our little No, it's not a sip, is it? I'm thinking of the sip. It's the Poitinger. Right, now then, most important. Oh, how much is that? No, it's not bad. 15 production costs. You don't get much better than that. We should now see, if we just have a quick look in that as we're passing, 8 tons of solid fertilizer. We will switch that off now. We have done that particular process, and that is for us. So we've got 8 tons of homemade fertilizer. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll get on with doing the herbicide. We will do the lime in that as well, obviously, but yeah, that's going to save us quite a lot of cash, and it's cost us 5,000, and obviously bits and bobs for the stuff as well. But yeah, let's have a look. Second growth stage. Indeed it is. So June, I think there's, yeah, that's it. Animals, that's what we need to be looking at. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting this to that point, and then it's all going to be go. Yeah, 10 tons. We're going down about 10 tons a day, so we do need to sort that out. And the straw is really down at low. 20% reproduction on our 20 heifers. So I think what we'll do is we'll pop over to the store. No, we can actually manage this ourselves. No, we need to be unloading first before we do any of this. So let's grab this little lot off, and then we'll go across, and we will grab the food. Oh, it makes more sense to me personally that we actually offload this right where it all needs to be. The only thing that doesn't need to be over there is the silage additive. Oh, I've missed it completely. Is that not? No, I thought I would have got that actually. Perhaps doesn't like that. Yeah, perhaps it's not got any strap support. Let's do this properly. It's not like we can't. That's the beauty of a hybrid system, is it still obeys the normal rules of the original system, which is what I really do like. Oh, now that's weird, because I thought I'd actually gauged that right. Right, and likewise, this is another thing that wants to be in the centre of the yard, next to the lime, I think. I mean, yeah, we have actually still got quite a lot of lime left from like this year. Didn't use anywhere near as much as I thought I would, even though normally it canes. These fields are quite small, so right, fantastic. And we want to take that. Yeah, we can actually, I was thinking about this, I'm making this more difficult than I need to. We'll just unload it straight to the thing, because it will take that, the salt and the stones. So yeah, we don't need to sweat it. Let's just strap those and take that around there. Then we're going to go to the store. And oh, sales. It is nice to have a look. They've got our pickup. They're trying to sell our pickup back to us. No, we'll pass. Thank you very much. I'd sooner not have a vehicle at all and just have my tractors. Even though I know it's a bit faster and all the rest of it, you've got to weight them and all sorts to make them work. As soon as you use a trailer, it just seems. I mean, yeah, it's all right for just taking you from A to B, but right, somebody has left that right in the way. I don't know who that would be. Yeah, so it is funny with the Let's Plays at the minute. It's everything's up in the. No, that's true. We could do with filling that with water actually, so it's not a bad thing to hit fill and leave that filling. I do love that feature that you can actually, which is realistic. You could, although I don't know. You say it's realistic. How would you tell the tap to switch off? I suppose it's just, yeah, it's just basically right. Let's stick that off. It's simulating the fact that you can just run over to that tap and switch it off. You wouldn't go out of the area, would you, surely? Yeah, it is taking the stones as well. Oh, not that front one, though. Well, we shall switch those on, and we shall make them. Yeah, we will obviously be looking for herbicide and all the rest of it. fantastic. Let's try and get a little bit closer for that. I think we can still do it. It's just all... Yeah, it is doing it. I look for the bag shrinking. Right, so then we need to go to the shop and need to grab some food and some straw. Again, the money is going down, 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 down. As it always does in any Let's Play at the beginning, it really does. There's a few tools that you forget, even with modded sort of implements, there's still things that you need to buy, and yeah, that's why the sales are so, for a starting farmer, really are so important, I think. I thought we weren't coming this way anymore. Yeah, habits, 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 habits. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, it is strategic. I can't damage anyone else's crop. But I am still going to be as careful as I possibly can. I'm not going to, I'm not going to nonchalantly wander across people's fields damaging crop. It's just that, I'm fully aware that that field there on the right is exceptionally damageable, whereas they're not. So, yeah, this is the last thing we're going to do though before cycling. We're going to cycle through till tomorrow. We're going to feed the animals, cycle through till tomorrow, and then we're going to leave it at that point ready to cut the grass and hopefully put some grass in the clamp and get some work done. Now that is a point, I think it's July oats. It is July, so we're all right. We should be able to cut the grass without any kind of problem. Right, let's get that ordered. 20 tons of straw. So 4 pallets of straw. We may as well get a little bit in advance. Because we've got we've just said, really, we're going to have a couple of months before we actually TMR, mixed ration. I think that is all we need. I think we've pretty much got most things in hand, which is a nice place to be. Do I time lapse this? Is it? Not sure. Don't think. It has been a fairly long session. Do you know something? I am. But only because of the session length, not because I'm afraid of doing this. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. doesn't like the straw. You got to do that into the. Yeah, so we shall do that. This is the last job here. I just wanted to get this sorted. Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, so I was right about this. Yeah, the straw's got to be put into a trailer and then grabbed out. So we're down to 81,804. Yeah, next session we're going to cut all of our grass and start to put some in that giant clamp. That's the thing that threw me a bit of a curveball. Normally, like Riverside, and there were the grass fields? No, there weren't really. But on this map, yeah, I can't actually buy any either. Whereas on Riverside, there were quite a few grass fields that you could have bought. They're all crop fields. So, yeah, for saying that, obviously grass is such an important aspect of this particular Let's Play. Obviously, they were already sown with oats, not a single field of grass. I mean, I do know, as I said, yeah, we've been given a bit of a message. Why am I not? Oh, because I'm not close enough. That's why it's not popping. Yeah, we were obviously supposed to go around the edges of our fields, which is why we've got such a little tractor in that particular way. So, little tractor, little mower, the front mower, and obviously we're supposed to just go and literally grab it straight into the back of the forage wagon. So yeah, I do realise, but obviously we've opted to go a bit bigger. Yeah, it is going to become quite a part. Even the 6 metre that we've got is going to be in time, yeah, probably too small. But yeah, right. I think we'll just put two. We'll put a full thing. I think that will be enough. We'll just start the other one going and we'll just check. Right, let's have a look. I think we still had, yeah, not a lot, but 13 tons I think will actually be okay. Yeah, 13 and a half. 30 tons of food, so the food's nice. I think it's going down about 10. So is that not actually? Oh no, it is. It's taking it from the back, would you believe? What are the chances of that? And of course it's doing it on the bottom one, so it makes us look like gravity doesn't exist in this universe. Oh well, we did our best. We have no control over the elements of FS22. We really don't. Right, let's stick this in. Yeah, it's nice actually to be using a mixing wagon. I've normally used the Omatana or something like that. So yeah, I mean I will use it if we've got it. And also, yeah, I mean I'd say the biggest thing is obviously we really haven't got any grass, so we needed to fix that before we did anything else, which we've taken steps to do the best we can presently. Other than, well, no, even that's, as I said, really, I have tried oversowing crops on Avon Valley. And it doesn't have any of it. I even tried ploughing, which I was always told should erase. I ploughed, or did I cultivate? I can't remember. I think I cultivated, which is supposed to do the same. It had wheat, and it was a patch of wheat. I made a mistake. I put the wheat in. I then grabbed the cultivator or a plough, ploughed or cultivated over that patch. And the entire patch, even if I'd have missed a little bit, I could have understood that, but I literally didn't. But it was just it was a big circle of wheat, even though I'd cultivated it and oversown it and all sorts of things as well. It had none of it. It had the original crop. Yeah, let's do this properly. Let's finish this off. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. We'll do this, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah, we'll go. Do we go through till tomorrow morning? Have we switched on our production, which we could check this while that's doing that? Yeah, do we need to lime? What have we got? Road salt for the herbicide, no water, stones for the lime, and very little manure. So seeds, no, we can't. We're going to do some seeds. We're not going to go mad, not going to go silly, but yeah, we will do some of that. So the lime. No, because it's additional jobs. We'll just grab this, like I said, stick that, and we'll do that. We're not going to cycle through the time. We're literally next session we'll get that sorted. Again, we've done lots of little jobs, those little jobs that you can't always see what you've done, but, well, I know we've done liming and stuff like that, so I suppose you can see that, but yeah, there's lots of other little things, getting things ready, going to the shop, getting stuff from the shop, loading, all that type of stuff that seemingly isn't important, but actually it's all to do with the running of the farm, so it is very important, really. just that you can't always see what you've done. Fantastic. Brilliant. I don't think it's going to take all of this, is it? I think it's going to stop, because I think that's above the 20 tons. I think. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. I frequently am. No, you were right for once. So there we go. Full amount of 20 odd tons of straw. Yeah, we'll sort all that out next time. Our animals are happy. Yeah, TMR of, yeah, well over half, and yeah, straw is to the top, and we still got 21 tons of slurry and quite a lot of fertilizer, manure. Well, it is fertilizer, but yeah, you know what I mean. Manure. Right. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. As always, I invite comments from yourselves, yeah, in whatever, just to stop by and say hello, or yeah, whatever. I'm open to all suggestions, even to be told off that my time lapsing is too loud, yeah, as I have been in the past. Yeah, no, it's all good. I always like feedback. If something does annoy somebody and it is a valid reason, then I would love to hear from you. I really would. But anyway, yeah, all that remains to be said for this session is goodbye for now.